The wind potential off the Atlantic coast is staggering. DOE estimates that we have over 1,000 gigawatts of renewable energy power off the Atlantic alone. With the right investment and the right planning, Atlantic wind can help power major cities from Boston to Savannah, creating tens of thousands of manufacturing and engineering jobs in the process. Today we are opening up a new chapter in moving forward with the Atlantic Wind Energy Initiative. It is a new initiative that we are calling Smart from the Start. The Smart from the Start initiative is aimed at accelerating the rapid and responsible siting and development of wind energy projects off the Atlantic coast. The Smart from the Start wind initiative will help us identify priority areas up and down the Atlantic coast for appropriate wind development, and it will shorten the amount of time it takes to permit offshore wind projects. Under this initiative, we believe we will be able to issue additional offshore wind leases in 2011 and 2012. The Smart from the Start wind initiative builds on the lessons that we have learned from the Cape Wind leasing process. Just a few weeks ago, I was proud to sign the lease for Cape Wind, the first ever offshore wind farm to be proposed in the United States. That wind farm, when it is completed, will generate enough electricity for about 200 homes in Massachusetts. It took about 8 years to get that project authorized, far too long. And so what our hope is here today is to learn the lessons from that particular project and to shorten the amount of time that it takes to complete the leasing process for renewable energy projects. We've taken a lot of our lessons also from what we have learned with solar energy in the deserts of the Southwest. In the last year and a half, we have moved to the point where we have permitted about 3,800 megawatts of solar energy projects in the deserts of the Southwest. We've done that with the same kind of process where we've tried to identify areas which had the greatest potential for solar energy. You think about that amount of energy coming from the sun, we ought to be able to do the same thing with respect to the wind development off of the Atlantic coast.